Okay, I think that should do it. Should pretty much be live. Let's see, is this working? I tried doing it through YouTube this time with a... Yeah, I tried doing it this time live through YouTube, but I feel like it's not showing up properly. Huh. Why aren't you working for me? What if we go back here and we go to my channel, go to live. Huh. 3 people waiting, but it ain't working. That's so weird. Why is it not taking my liveness? Weird. Let's delete that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that one. Weird. I tried doing the scheduled premiere, but it just doesn't... It's like when I hit go live, it doesn't connect, and it makes a new one. That's weird. I'm confused about it. Maybe I don't know what's going on. Trying to figure this out, but you know what? I think I'm just not that great at figuring this stuff out. Is what it is. I don't know. Because it does seem like I'm live, right, Motive? It's showing me that I'm live, but it's also showing me... Okay, now it's showing me that my premiere went away. I don't know what's going on. Oh, weird. I'll have to talk to people who know more about this kind of thing than I do, because it just is not working for me. But that's all right. From what I can tell, I'm live. You guys are in the chat. We're here. It is time. I haven't actually booted up Ruby since the last stream. We're in the exact same place. The win streak is still exactly where it was. So I think we just go for it. We give it a shot and see what we see. So... Yeah, I'm not sure, Nighthawk. It's strange, eh? I think it's something to do with Streamlabs and YouTube not communicating. Maybe I don't have it linked properly. I'm going to look at it some other time, but for now we're going to get into the action. There's my little... this is where I have my secret base, right outside the Safari Zone, because in my downtime, I do like just going into the Safari Zone and hunting around a little bit. Maybe you get lucky, maybe you find a shiny, who knows. Does everything sound good, by the way, guys? Let me know if I'm sounding okay, if everything seems and looks good. We are at a 42 win streak, but we'll just go in, take a look here. This is my glass ornament from getting the master rank ribbons in all the contests. If you win by like a certain threshold, like if you really beat everyone, then you get this cool little ornament if you do it with all 5, and I like that a lot. And then this is my silver medal from the Battletower for only 50 wins. This is going to be gold. One of these days, this is going to be gold. But that's enough willy wallering around. Let's get to the Battletower. Let's do this. All right, Tropius. All good? Awesome. Thanks, guys. I like that spot for the base. Yeah, I like it. It's right close to the zone. I like the Safari Zone. It's something that I like to do just in my downtime, but... This is the real spot. This is the area, guys. This is where the magic happens. So here we go. We're going to take a look. My previous record, my best record of all time is 74. Right now we're a little bit over half of that. We're at 42. We're going to win this next set of 7. That's going to put us to 49. Right around 50 wins, I find, is when the Pokemon really level up. That's when you start seeing those Salamences, the Latioses, the Reggies, right? That's when it really starts to get difficult. So this stream, we're gonna fight some difficult battles, but I think we're ready for it. We're going with the same old team, the boys who are gonna take us all the way to the end. Level 50, we got Zangoose, Shedinja, and Registeel. Let's go for it, fellas. Let's get into it. How's your guys' day going? It's pretty hot here for me. It's a pretty warm day, but thankfully I've got a nice refreshing beverage here. I've got the AC going. Double T, good to see you, buddy. I've got Mighty, an incredible supporter of the channel. And then probably my two favorite YouTubers right now, which to me is like, this is insane, the fact that I get to chat with these guys and they're becoming good friends of mine. I've got Nighthawk and I've got Motive in here. Phenomenal fellas. If you guys haven't checked out their channels yet, do it. If you like Pokemon, if you like Gen 3, you're going to love these guys. So, highly, highly recommend it. But, here we go. First fight, hopefully nothing too crazy. This guy battles daily. Okay, maybe he's got me covered. Maybe he's got me covered. Oh, speaking of something else that's cool, other than cool Trainer Miller here, it is Double T's birthday in the chat. So, wish Mr. Double T a happy birthday. He has just hit the ripe young age of 30. So, welcome to the triple decade club, buddy. Gardevoir isn't too bad. I'm not super worried about Gardevoir because normally Registeel doesn't take much damage from Psychic, and I don't think it learns Flamethrower. Will-O-Wisp. Okay, I don't like Will-O-Wisp. I don't like that at all. I'm just gonna get a Toxic set up. It missed again. Huge. And I get my Toxic. I think I'm just gonna try and get some damage on this thing. Because maybe it won't go for Will-O-Wisp. A Burn's annoying, but I'm not super concerned about the damage it's going to do to me. So I'm just going to hit some tosses. Yeah, I'm going to hit some tosses. Oh, you're doing some RNG manip in white too, eh? Nice, Mighty. Are you going to use that for the battle subway? Are you going to use them for some battles? Tough them up, right? Get some nicely trained Pokemon? Nice. Motive, you're going good. It was your granddad's birthday. Oh man, that's awesome, dude. I'm always, it's a little bittersweet whenever one of my grandfolks or even my parents really have a birthday, because like, as someone who just turned 30 this year, it kind of makes you realize that you're getting up there and they're getting up there. Anyway, it's something that you don't like thinking about too much because you'll depress yourself. But we did get the burn. We are burned. That's okay. Could be worse. Oh, you know what? My camera is cutting off Gardevoir just a touch. So let's just do that. There we go. We can move Guts up. We can move the Streak up. There we go. That's not too bad. All right. Amnesia. That's the other thing. So I've mentioned this many times, but I think we might have some people who maybe don't do Ruby and Sapphire Battletower, maybe more Emerald. In Ruby and Sapphire, the AI actually does random moves. So even though this Gardevoir might have a super effective move against my Registeel, it's not guaranteed to hit it. So you can get pretty lucky, and that's really where Shedinja comes into play on this team. I am so glad I didn't go for Seismic Toss, because I would have just lost my Registeel. Thankfully, when Poison ticks and I have Destiny Bond up, doesn't activate. That method doesn't need to have custom firmware. Okay, so you're doing the sort of the method where you just time it down, like with the audio ticks, eh, Mighty? To try and catch the Pokemon that you're looking for, eh? Nice. Turn to 80. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point, Motive. Get as much of that quality time in together while you've got it. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, so Reg Ice can learn Earthquake. I'm a little worried about it, but I've got 2 Iron defenses set up. Should be okay. Rest. Okay. Kind of wonder if I just go for Seismic Toss then. Try and get some big damage in while I can. That might be the play here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for some damage. There's that Earthquake. There's that Earthquake. Okay. I'm, again, glad I got those defenses set up. That did nothing. Yeah, you guys, we're all about... my grandfather, unfortunately, is I no longer have my grandfather around, but while he was around, he was fighting. He was mowing the lawn and chopping his own firewood right up until the day he turned 87. And then he got sick, and just from there, you know how it happened. It just declined, right? But the fella, if I got any of his genes, I'll be going pretty good for a while, I hope. I'm just thankful that I got to know him a long time, right? Bruce and Ernie for the Bouffalante and the throw. Is that on the team, Mighty? Are they part of like a trio of team? Oh man, if this thing rests, it's gonna be annoying. Oh, I outspeed though. So my Oxide has a hasty nature because, you know, it's a shiny. I'm not gonna go for a good nature on a shiny. So I'm the fastest Reggie that's gonna be in this battle tower, which is nice. There's no way. There is no way. How is it the first battle again? And I'm dealing with a Blaziken. Oh, man. Come on. So the way we end up burned, twisted, is Gardevoir was the first Pokemon. Guys, I think I'm in trouble here. I think I'm gonna go for Seismic Toss, hoping I live and I get damage in. I think Toxic is too risky, because if this thing has like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just toss. It must have went for counter. It must have went for counter. It must have went for counter. Okay, so I might actually live, because this won't do that much. Darn. 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 Oh, man. All right, Shed. All right, Bastion. Show me the aerial ace, baby. Please don't Blaze Kick. Oh! Focus Punch. Let's go. Okay. Everybody, put your hands in the air. It looks like we might beat a Blaziken. It looks like we might. Is that Salak? That's Salak. No, that's Lychee. Pitaya for special attack. Oh, we got bailed out, guys. We got absolutely bailed out. That's crazy. Blaziken is my #1 enemy. This Pokemon is so hard to beat for me. Whew. All right. All right, that's a great start. That's a really, really good start to the stream, guys. I'm happy about that. That makes our current streak 43. Let's update that number. Right there. Boom. Love it. Ooh, Glalie. So, if this thing doesn't explode on me, I get a free Swords Dance here. Because Glalie can't kill me. Yeah, Blaziken has absolutely 1v3'd my team. This is bad news. So, Shedinja is now useless. He is dead in the water. So, Rend really has to pull off some moves here, guys. Really need to get this going. Moved all your shinies to X and EV training them. Nice. Dude, yeah, I recently got through the Battle Mason in X, and I forgot just how nice EV training is on X and Y. Rhydon! Oh, okay. I want to change something right quick on this. I want this to stay always, yes. There we go. Okay, I think a Brick Break should do some big damage to this thing, because I am +2. I'm pretty keen about this. This should do alright. Double T, it's interesting you mentioned using Shedinja and Shield, because, like, I think other than Ruby and Sapphire, Shedinja has struggled up until, like, very niche scenarios when Kyogre is good. Because Kyogre traditionally cannot hurt Shedinja. So that's kind of where Shedinja gets its niche. But thankfully in Ruby and Sapphire, Shedinja's not terrible. I mean, it's not good, but it's not horrible. Seeking. Okay, just please don't Horn Drill me with Quick Claw. I should live this with 1 HP, right? 4. Take it. Take it all day long. Big damage? Big damage. Very nice. Yeah, dude, Blaziken is such a menace motive. I cannot believe how bad my team faces against him, and I've actually been kind of like brainstorming ways I can try and maybe beat Blaziken. And the only thing I can come up with is like maybe putting Focus Band on Zangoose and hoping to get lucky, but I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh, so you went for a whole team of 6, Mighty. Is that your playthrough? Are you going for a full playthrough team? Didn't we just see this guy? Okay. But yeah, that looks like a full team of 6 shinies there, Mighty. Okay, that's a free turn. But the fact that it used Sleep Talk scares me. Because generally if it has Sleep Talk, that means it has like Rest, Sleep Talk, one-hit KO move. So I don't want to risk... Dude, I would love to set up again, though. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna risk it. I'm going for one more Swords Dance. Agility. Okay. I might even still be faster. I'm not, but it doesn't matter. That is a free +4 attack on a Zangoose with Return. Return is an insane move. I cannot believe that I didn't start using this move earlier. It wasn't until this run in Ruby with Zangoose that I started using it. Okay. It's a dead Tropius. I agree, Double T. I love this shiny. And I've mentioned it before, but you guys can't really see it when I inspect just because my upscaler isn't that good. But when you look at Zangoose in his profile, like when you hit inspect on him, this ear has 1 red hair. His blue ear has 1 red hair, and it matches really nice with his red claws, and it looks so cool. I love Zangoose. And a little fun fact, in Sapphire, the Gen 3 game I originally played, this copy of Ruby was actually my brother's. I got Sapphire for Christmas, CJ, my brother, got Ruby. There's a trainer in Sapphire, I think it's Route 115 or something like that, and he has 1 Pokemon. And when you talk to him, he says, I have a rare Pokemon, or something along those lines. He's like, I have a special rare Pokemon. And it's either Zangoose or Seviper. If it's Sapphire, he has Zangoose, and if it's Ruby, it's Seviper, because he has like the opposite ones for whichever game you're playing. And I thought Zangoose was a legendary, because you never get to see Zangoose in Sapphire. So as a kid, Zangoose was always like this high above, super cool, rare Pokemon that I wanted. Again, I am not dealing with Gardevoir. But the fact that I now have a shiny one is just so cool. Yeah, I ain't dealing with Gardevoir, because that thing's going to one-shot me and probably outspeed me. Going into Registeel, that's okay. Wait, it would have Shadow Balled my normal type. Maybe I could have got away with it. Alright. Let's do this. I'm going to start with Amnesia. Oh, it's this one. It's the Snatch Gardevoir. Okay, we're going to be here for a while. Thankfully, I don't think this one can do anything to hurt me. I think it's like Snatch, Shadow Ball, Psychic, and I can't remember something else. Nothing. I remember not being afraid of this one though. I remember fighting this one with my Registeel for like 5 minutes because it just kept stealing all of my boosts. Dude, come on. It's something else. What happens if it's +6 and I use a boosting move? Does it get that boost? We're gonna find out. Destiny Bond. That's the other one. Yeah, so Psychic, Shadow Ball, Destiny Bond, Snatch. I'm not afraid of this thing at all. I'm just gonna throw a Toxic up, and I'm gonna let it burn slowly. However, I do think I want 2 boosts. One of each. Before I Toxic, because if it starts snatching, I guarantee I 100% want to be +6/+6 on Registeel before this Guardy goes down. You have a shiny Delcatty named Sugar. Nice, Mighty. That's a pretty good name for her. Calm Mind, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Grass Knot. Does Delcatty have special attack? I mean, I know Delcatty doesn't have much of anything, let alone attacking, but I always thought it was physical. Either way, I like it. I respect it. I love the Bolt Beam sets. Nighthawk. Nostalgic Nighthawk makes a bunch of cool sets with Pokemon. He has this Lapras that I really like, and he calls it Spit, because it has Surf, Psychic, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt. So it's S-P-I-T. He calls it the Spit Lapras, and I always thought that was cool. There we go, finally. That's 2 Destiny Bonds. Never seen Snatch? Yeah, I don't think many Pokemon in Emerald use Snatch. I think it might just be one of those things in Ruby and Sapphire. Because again, they were running out of ideas. I don't think they knew what they were doing. See, that's doing nothing. That's doing no damage at all. All right, here we go. The clock is officially started. Let's clock him. Here we go. You didn't know Snatch? Yeah, Snatch is not a very common move, Double T, at all. It's so bad because it's such a gamble. Either you steal their move or you get nailed and you do nothing. That crit just tickled me. It didn't even really do much. That's not too bad at all. Spit Lapras. Yes, Nighthawk. I love your Spit Lapras, dude. That thing's an animal. And you gave it shell armor, right? So it doesn't get crit, I think? The thing is just, it's menacing. It's so mean. It's tanky and it hits hard and it's got a great typing. Ooh. Was I already +6/+6? Was that a wasted amnesia? Nope. Okay, we're smart. I was paying attention. Nothing beats a nice cold drink on a hot day, guys. In my job, I'm often outside a lot just because I deal with a lot of construction. So sometimes, man, when you're on those job sites and it's hot and you're up on like the 6th story of a building under construction, so there's no air and you're just sweating and hurting, it's nice to come home and have a nice, cool, refreshing beverage, play a little bit of Pokemon, talk to the fellas. It's a good day. A shiny Spheal. Are you like a Walrein, Mighty? I love Walrein. No one ever uses Walrein, though. But I used one on one of my playthroughs one time, and it ended up having, I think it was Hidden Power Psychic. So I had Surf, Ice Beam, Psychic, and I think Rest on it, and it was just a really, really strong, like, bulky Pokemon that hit really well. I love Walrein, but he is very slow. Okay. Well, there goes Gardevoir. Nice. Feeling good about this run so far. That first Blaziken, I'm glad we got Blaziken out of the way early, because that means I shouldn't say it, but I'm gonna. It's unlikely that I'll see another Blaziken, right? We just fought one. Odds are that there's not going to be one for at least a few matches. Oh, thank you. All right. Heracross, guess what? Guess what? Heracross, this guy, he has guts. He has guts. The guy who's right here. He has this. He has guts. So I am not going to Toxic him. I'm not Toxicing this. I know better now. I've learned. This could be bad. He crit me. Come on, man. Let me get away with something. Dude, that reversal is going to do so much damage. Crap. Crap. He's going to do so much damage to me when he's low. But it's fine. I just got to keep going. I have to use Registeel and get as much damage in as possible. See, that's the damage I wanted to take. I didn't want to be taking these crazy reversals. It's either I power up Guts or I power up Reversal. This is a lose-lose either way, but in no world am I ever switching out a +6/+6 Registeel. Ah, dude, this one's gonna hurt a lot. Okay. Okay, that did nothing. This thing's only used Reversal, which is surprising to me. What are the chances that this thing has Choice Band? Hey? Is there a Choice Band Heracross? Because if this thing's locked into reversal, you already know I'm switching over to Shedinja. I'm not seeing one. No, there is not. Alright. Is what it is. Oh! Huge. Huge. Yes! I didn't toxic the guts Pokemon. Happy about that, guys. We're improving. I have officially learned from my mistakes. Okay. So, I've never had issues with Whiscash. But I have watched a Whiscash absolutely dismantle somebody. And he is in this very chat. And he made a video about the omnipotent Whiscash, who just annihilated him. So I've learned to respect this thing. A Fisher Whiscash is all it takes and you're done for. The power jump at the really low end of the HP is crazy. It's not that strong even at 1/3 HP. When does it hit 200 motive? Is it like really low? Does it have to be like sub 10%? Because that wasn't too bad. Yeah, I was very impressed with how well I tanked that. Now, granted, I am at +6 defense, but still. There's Earthquake. That was a massive dodge double T. RNG in White 2 is quite easy. See, I have no experience with RNG Mighty. I haven't ever really looked into it. I probably won't. It just doesn't really suit my playstyle. But from what I understand, there are some really cool ways to get some very unique Pokemon. Especially with like hidden powers and stuff like that. You can RNG some crazy stuff. Me personally, I'm really starting to enjoy the idea of hunting a hidden power on a Pokemon and making that Pokemon shiny in Gen 3. So that's something that's going to be coming in the future. I will be making a video about it. I've started recording a few clips, but it's coming. There's a certain Marowak that's on his way. All right, there we go. That's another win for us. Yes, Nighthawk, I certainly remember that one, buddy. That Whiscash took you out. Oh my god, that was terrible. All right, Jason, get out of here, buddy. Okay, so I think I forgot to update my current streak for a little bit. So that's battle number 5. So we should be at... This will be 47, yeah. And then 48, 40... No, sorry, it's 46. This will be 47. Got it. It does sound intense, Nighthawk, but thankfully... there are ways to make it not as bad. There is... So, specifically for Marowak, Motive and I we grinded out some thinking processes, and we realized that either Bug would be good or Flying would be good. And thankfully, it's the IV that controls whether it's Bug or Flying is Special Attack. And what controls it is if it's odd, it's Bug, and if it's even, it's Flying. But depending on what my other IVs are, it's guaranteed to be max power. So no matter sort of how my IV that I'm not breeding for flips, I'm happy with the hidden power that I get. It's kind of like baby's first hidden power grind, in a way. Like, it's not going to be that bad. When was the move Body Press introduced? I don't remember seeing it really until Gen 7, so I'm not sure. I remember seeing it in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, but I feel like it must have been before that, right? You would think. Also, Alakazam, very similar boat to Gardevoir. It doesn't really learn anything that I'm scared about on Registeel. However, I'm 90% sure it can learn Fire Punch. In my brain, I've seen an Alakazam use Fire Punch in Ruby and Sapphire. So I do have to be a little wary of that. Why is this thing locked into Recover? Does this have Choice Band? Is this like Trick Alakazam or something? I feel like I'm getting lucky with stuff spamming the exact same move over and over again. No, it doesn't look to be. I don't know. Okay. Reflect's not a big deal. I do have Brick Break. Gen 3 body press Registeel. Dude, I would love that. It would be way better than Seismic Toss. That's actually another reason that I stick to level 50, is because Seismic Toss at level 50, strictly because of the Citrus Berry. In Generation 3, the Citrus Berry, I think, only recovers, like, X amount of HP. It's not percentage based. So at level 50, if something has a Citrus Berry, Seismic Toss always deals more damage than what it's recovering, so it's much less effective. And I also like being at level 50 because you need to be level 50 for certain ribbons in Ruby and Sapphire. Alright. I'm feeling pretty good about this one, guys. Anytime I can get Registeel set up to +6/+6, or if I get Shedinja set up with double teams and swords dances, if those two Pokemon get set up, I feel pretty comfortable, pretty safe. Nice. I realistically should finish this at max HP, right? Nice, okay. This is a 3v2, and I am set up. This should be a nice clutch win. That's it. Yeah, it does apply to Emerald Double T. So in Gen 3, there is the level 50 bracket, and then there's what they call the open level bracket. You have to be at least level 50 you have to be level 50 or lower to get that first ribbon, and then for the open level bracket, it doesn't matter what level you are. So, dude, Regirock. Regirock. Dude, Regirock. Oh, dude, I think this thing's gonna explode. I'm just gonna go for damage. How did it outspeed me? Quick Claw. This is Quick Claw. This has to be Quick Claw Regirock, right? Yep. This is Quick Claw Regirock. It's gonna definitely try and explode on me. Thunderbolt. Okay, surprisingly, I'm actually happy about that para, because now it means I can't get burned. I would rather take a para over a burn any day, because I can just slowly whittle things down with a Toxic. There's no ratioing in YouTube chat, Mighty. You do you, brother. Give her till your shiver quivers, bud. Now, unless you're going to say that Regirock is cooler than Registeel. Because that's not allowed. Registeel is the coolest. Dude, this thing didn't explode. That's huge. Okay. I'll take that. Nice. Very nice. I want to go home. I don't want to do this anymore, man. I don't want to be here. Ugh. Endure. Endure. I'm hitting a Toxic. Endure with Rock Tomb. Alright, guys. Let's see if we can luck our way out of another Blaziken fight. This thing is the final boss of my existence. It just further cements that I think I should EV train and, like, set up the one that I have that's shiny. I'm getting so lucky right now, guys. You have no idea. The fact that it's hit Endure Rock Tomb is huge. Oh my god. I think at this point I just have this locked down with Toxic, right? I don't think it can beat me now. Even if it crits, like, a Flame Blast or whatever the crap. Yeah, even if it crits this. Go ahead, crit me. I don't even care. I thought it did for a second. I thought it did. I really thought it did. Nice. Get out of here, Blaziken. Nice, nice, nice. That's another win. That's another win. Give me that. All right, that's 47 win streak, right? I think that's what we're at now. Yeah. No, that's 48. I missed one. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Ignore me. I did not miss one. Why is this guy laughing? Why is this guy giggling at me? What do you have? Aggron can be scary. Unless this crits me, it cannot one-shot me. Unless it crits me, I should be able to one-shot it back. Special Aggron. Nighthawk, this is right up your alley, buddy. This is an Aggron with Dragon Claw. Nice. That's a great one-shot. I don't think the crit was needed, but I'll take it. Mighty, your hot take is that Pokemon was never a hard game. Even at its core, it's pretty easy. The post game. Have you ever played Coliseum or XD? Huh. How much do you think Zangoose does to Registeel with +2 Brick Break? I think we're just gonna find out. Show me 50%. Solid damage. Solid damage. Absolutely solid. Oh. There goes all the hard work. That's gone. Chesto? Yeah. Yeah, alright. Oh, Lumberry. Alright, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Try again. What I think is nice about this... Oh, Rend! Rend, that is clutch. That is so clutch, Rend. Thank you. This Pokemon's scary. Sceptile outspeeds me. Sceptile outspeeds me. Guaranteed. And there are a few Sceptiles that know Earthquake. So it could theoretically cause me some issues with Registeel. I think I'm going for the return. If I get knocked out here, it is what it is. I go Registeel. I outsped. Why did I outspeed? Is this the Leech Seed one? Like max bulk Leech Seed? I guess we'll never know. Dude, why do I ever doubt +2 Zangoose with a Silk Scarf? No, you don't deserve the cone of shame at all, Mighty. Not a chance, buddy. I think there are some games that are hard. Specifically, Coliseum and XD are difficult. I think Emerald, the early game, is tough. Brawly is a nightmare. Brawly is crazy tough. There are a few gym challenges that get difficult, but like you said, if you know what you're doing, right? Like if you know type differences, if you know how to train your Pokemon properly, you can get through it. It's more so as a kid. Like, you have to remember, these games were made for children. And obviously, there are some boss fights. Like, I remember in Ultra Sun, I went up against Necrozma, and that thing was tough. Okay, that's a 48 win streak. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, this is bad news. This guy's talking about rock Pokemon. I swear, if this guy leads with a Regirock, I'm not going to be happy about it. Alright, here we go. Pokemon Ranger. Okay, I'm going home. See you guys. Oh. Come on! What do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do. If it goes... If it goes for Focus Punch, I should hit damage. If it goes for Endure or Reversal, I should Swords Dance. What do I do? Lose, I think? Yeah, thanks, Motive. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, you're right. It is a game made for children, and then they put Blaziken in the game against my team. I'm not home, Mighty. I am not home. Do you know where I am right now? It rhymes with cell and starts with an H, bud. Dude, if Blaziken was a rock Pokemon, this Brick Break would be looking really good right now. Dude, what do I do? I don't know, man. So, there was one time where I beat a Blaziken by going for Rock Slide, hoping that I would outspeed and flinch, or if it went for Focus Punch, I would stop it. Like, oh, dude, I'm at a loss. I have no clue, guys. I'm so scared of this thing. I know Return does not one-shot without a crit, and I'm not relying on a crit. I think I'm just going for the Rock Slide, guys. I think I'm going for the Rock Slide. I'm hoping I outspeed, or it goes for Focus Punch, and I flinch it, and then take it out with a Return afterwards. Here we go. Rock Slide. I missed! It 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 missed. It missed. We do it again. I missed again! Alright. Here's the deal. I'm confused, right? 50-50 chance. If it's heads, we're gonna hit it. If it's tails, I'm gonna hit myself. It's heads. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it. It's over. I already won. I don't even have to look. That's not the sound I wanted to hear. Double or nothing? Double or nothing? How are we feeling about double or nothing? Oh! Okay, I'm glad I went for the attack. Come on, Rend. Please, I love you so much. Yes! Oh my god! Yes! Yes! That means he can't have any more Blazikens, right? What is that? What is that? Oh, man! Crap! Blaziken Salamence, dude? These are like top 5 Pokemon I hate to see. I think, again, I'm just going for the Return. In a world where I outspeed and I get through, right? Because I guarantee I kill at +4 anyway. I don't think I need to risk a slide. Brick Break's useless. Give her. Give her. Come on! Ah! Okay, this is an Earthquake Salamence. What are the odds? What are the odds that Shedinja can do anything? Keep in mind, Shedinja has the Bright Powder item. It's right there. It's right there. He could miss. He could do something stupid. We ball. Well, I think we might be in trouble here, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I think we might be in a lot of trouble here. It has Earthquake and Flamethrower. How much is this doing? Okay. Oh, dude. This is not easy. This is not going to be easy. Do I go for the Toxic? I think I have to go for the Toxic. Hope he goes for, like, Rock Tomb and maybe misses me. Ah. Why is it hitting every perfect thing that it needs to hit at all times? Why are you doing this to me? And I got burned! Well, that's the streak. We are going from 48 wins, boys. And we are back down. We are back down. We are back down to 0. Everybody say goodbye to Oxide. He did his absolute very best. But it just was not enough. And of course now. Of course now it goes for the Rock Tomb. Unfortunately, I don't out-heal the burn anyway. So even if this thing only Rock Tombs for the rest of the fight and I kill it, I'm still down. But that's GG. But that is GG's. I wonder what this guy had in the back. I bet I would love so much if I got to kill this Salamence just so I can see his Regirock in the back. Now there it is. GG's, guys. That was a good run, but there's only so many Blazikens I can beat. That's alright. We go back in. We're going immediately back in. We aren't even waiting. Actually, no, you know what? Hold on. We're going to make this a little bit more time efficient since these early rounds are kind of lame. We're just going to turn off the battle animations to make them go a little bit quicker. Oh, dude, that's tough. Blaziken, Salamence. Those are, like, some of the worst Pokemon for my team to fight. Bummer. Is it ever worth abandoning Toxic for Rest? Maybe, but the issue is his Dusclops is in this. And Dusclops is really good into... because he has Will-O-Wisp, so he can really take care of Rend. And he really beats Shedinja. Same thing with Banette. Banette is in this too. Shedinja's also in this. I don't know. Maybe I have to go back to the drawing board and retool the team now that I know how weak I am against a few of these Pokemon. But, oh my god, Golduck, calm down, dude. But realistically, I honestly think it's just that I'm using a team that isn't designed for the Battle Tower. So, I'm gonna struggle. I've gotten to 74 with these guys before, so I feel like I can do it again. Yeah, it's a sad one. It's definitely a sad one. Yeah, Salamence, Blaziken, Regirock, Heracross, Machamp, any Pokemon that has fighting and rock moves, which is like most Pokemon, unfortunately. Does Shedinja really help? Because I'm curious if you drop it for a Blaziken answer. So, I want to use only shinies double T. That's kind of my whole shtick, is that I'm just using my shinies in this. And the other shinies that I have right now would be like, I have my Ninjask, I have Altaria, I have Nuzleaf, I have Mareep, and then I have Blaziken and Huntail. But Blaziken doesn't really deal with Blaziken. Well... What if I taught my Blaziken Earthquake? That's an interesting question. What if I swapped out Zangoose for my shiny Blaziken, I taught my Blaziken Earthquake, and I lead with Blaziken? I could see that working. I could see that working. That could be cool. I wouldn't mind that. I think there's some room to improve the team for sure. Maybe retool what moves I have. Let's see what moves Zangoose learns. Maybe I missed something. Does Zangoose learn any cool moves in Gen 3 that I don't remember? Not really. He doesn't even learn Earthquake. He doesn't even learn Aerial Ace? Zangoose, I forgot how heartbreaking your move pool is, buddy. I could use I could use Dig. Oh no, he does learn Aerial Ace. I wonder. Wait, what happened to my Zangoose? I don't even know what I'm fighting right now. Oh, I didn't knock out the Donphan. That's fine. Yeah. Motive, that's true. So, I made a silly... I did a thing where I mixed records with my Emerald copy so that I could go to my own base and, like, check out my own Pokemon. But what that inadvertently did... Flygon's actually also really tough for my team. What is this team that I'm fighting right now? This is insane. And by mixing records, I run into my Emerald team in this battle tower, and my Emerald team is Latios, Metagross, and Swampert. So Shedinja is my answer to myself. Super effective Aerial Ace is still weaker than Stab Return. That is also true. Dude, I need Earthquake for Blaziken, I think. Dang. That's okay. We got there. Hey, Rich, what's going on, buddy? What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you could make it. I know it's getting a little late for you out there in England, but I appreciate you swinging by. I don't know, guys. I think I might just keep beating my head against the wall here. What does Blaziken learn? And how fast is my Blaziken? Moves learned. Gen 3. Emerald. Yeah, Earthquake. Earthquake on Blaziken does sound pretty good. Could do like Earthquake, Brick Break, Flamethrower, Thunder Punch. That sounds like a pretty cool set. That sounds like a pretty cool set. I like that set. Rich, you unfortunately just missed me getting wiped out by yet another Blaziken. I just lost my streak. So we are back at square one here. Choose your gang, Cerebi or Bulbapedia? Neither. Pokemon Database. That's I love Pokemon DB. Have you considered if Double Edge gives you the extra damage needed for the Oko? I have not. But, you know what? And Ren's HP doesn't matter. He's either killing or getting killed. You thought you'd tune in and see how the pros do it? Brother, there ain't no pros in here. There is just me. I think I die here, right? Oh. Well, all right. The paralysis is just the cherry on top. Well, if you put it that way, it has to be Zangoose that gets dropped. Double T, I've been thinking about that one. I've been thinking about swapping out Goose for Blaziken. I've been thinking about it. Alright, let's get a Toxic up on this Dodrio. Dodrio doesn't get guts, does it? I don't think so. I think it has like Early Bird or something. Yeah, okay. I am petrified of guts. Nighthawk, I know. He's so iconic for me. It took me 13 months and over 91,000 encounters to get this shiny Zangoose, and I want to see it so bad. He's my favorite. He's my perfect little dude. Which is why I feel like I'm willing to beat my head against this brick wall until I get that 100 win streak, because I know it's possible, right? Like, let's think about that match that I lost against Blaziken. I missed 2 rock slides. I hit myself with confusion. If any of those things had gone differently, it wouldn't have mattered because he had Salamence. Dude, I don't know. What if we swapped out the leads? Does Shedinja learn Torment? What if I did a dirty, like, Shedinja, like, Protect, Torment, Flash, or I guess Sand Attack, Toxic? That could be cool. That could be really cool. He doesn't learn Torment. Ah, oh, that's heartbreaking. Yeah. Zangoose is the mascot, I agree. It's just tough. I think I kind of have to come to the exception that my team is subpar. These are not the Pokemon that you would use to try and get a record, especially when you're dealing with something like Breloom, who gets fighting moves and Leech Seed and Toxic to deal with my team. But that's okay, we're just hitting the return. That was good damage. And there's the Leech Seed. That's why I didn't switch into Shedinja, because that would have hurt. Is that Quick Claw, or are we speed tying? Interesting. He just went first that turn. Let me look that up. Let me look at you. I don't know. That's weird. Doesn't look like we were speed tying, and it doesn't look like he had Leech Seed. Oh, he had Quick Claw. He had Quick Claw. Okay, that makes sense. Ice Beam Zangoose for Salamence only. But Zangoose's special attack is so bad. I wonder if that would even get the KO. Do I even learn Ice Beam? I learn Ice Punch. And Ice Beam. Oh, I do learn it. Why does Zangoose learn all the best special attacking moves? He gets Thunder Punch, Ice Beam, Fire Punch. He gets Thunderbolt. Ridiculous. Unreasonable. Bastion should be able to clean that up, right? Yeah. Rich, I agree. It is an honor to see the shiny goose. This is the guy. No way! Come on, Bastion, don't do it. No! Oh, man. Double Edge does do more than Return, yes. But I don't know if Double Edge would be enough damage to one-shot a Blaziken. I'd have to look at the calcs. That shouldn't do too much. I will take damage over time. You've never done any of the Battle Tower. This is probably the most primitive version of the Battle Tower, Ruby and Sapphire. I know they had one in Crystal, but I don't think it was really polished. I feel like Crystal was kind of just like, you know, because there wasn't a lot of ways to control the like there were no natures or abilities, so it wasn't really that well made. You know, I'll say it. The Crystal Battle Tower wasn't that great. I feel like Ruby and Sapphire is the most rudimentary version of Battle Tower, so if you're going to get into it, this is probably a nice place to start. And you get to use gooby Pokemon like mine and get decent win streaks. Like, I've gotten the 56 win streak. I have the ribbons on my Pokemon. But I want the 100. I want that 100. Why am I fighting another Breloom? How often am I clicking Rock Slide? Anytime I see a ghost. Anytime I see a ghost. Also, isn't there one other Pokemon I use it for? Who am I trying to... Who else do I use it for? I don't use it for Brodrio. Yeah, it's really just for ghosts. Good damage. Great damage. Yeah, they were testing it. It was... You can tell it was the first step, but I think Ruby and Sapphire really went far. Yeah. Zangoose gets outsped by pretty much everything, which is why I was kind of wondering about a Focus Band. Look at this. It's the classic matchup, the rivalry. Goose versus Seviper. Man, even at -1 attack, that did great damage. Yeah, this should be a KO. What would you guys do if you were in my situation? That's something that I want to see what your guys' opinion on is. So, I would like to stick to my shinies, right? I'm not going to use non-shinies for this 100 win streak. I have access to the 3 that you know, these 3. Then I have Blaziken, Altaria, and Huntail. I would say Altaria and Huntail are just out of the question. They're not strong enough. I don't think Shiftry is strong enough either. And I have Mareep. Maybe Ampharos could be cool. But it feels like Blaziken is the big one on the table. Or I shiny hunt a new Pokemon to add to the team. Dude, what is with this round 1? Why am I fighting all these good Pokemon? I'm going for a dance here. Okay, that's alright. Now that you say that, Crystal does ring a bell on the front. Oh, Aura? Okay, Rich, if you want to try like a good Battle Frontier, I won't lie, the Oras Battle Mazen is good. It's solid, man. I really like the Oras Battle Mazen. You can train some really cool, unique Pokemon. Like, one of my favorites in Generation 6 is Aegislash, and he's solid. Like, that's a good Pokemon to use. Also, they gave Cloyster, who's a Pokemon I like a lot, they gave Cloyster a really cool ability where he always hits the maximum amount for multi-hit moves. So he uses Icicle Spear and does crazy damage. I would recommend looking into the Battle Maze, and it's actually a lot of fun, and there's singles, doubles, triples, and rotation battles, so there's a few different ways you can try it. Personally, I like singles and doubles, though. Alright, this will be our 7-win streak. I'm calling it. I already got it. I'm not jinxing this at all. We are getting a current streak of 7. There it is. Alright. Mode, if you get rid of Shedinja, it's a gimmick. When it's good, but yeah. That's... Yeah. He's definitely the most flimsy on the team. Did I just speak too soon? Oh, there's no way this is doing this to me. There's no shot. Go for a dance. That's fine. Registeel is the backbone double T. Arguably, I'd say Registeel is probably the strongest member of the team. He's so good. When he gets set up and he has +6 defenses with leftovers, nothing can really stop him. Like, earlier we went up against a 31 IV Heracross with reversal, and it didn't do anything to Registeel. I was still able to knock it out. So I don't think Registeel can go anywhere. I think he's probably the strongest guy I've got. Alright, that should do it. Sea King. Lanoon. All right. Oh, come on. Now, that being said, I have been, and Motive, I think you witnessed it, I have been absurdly bailed out by Shedinja a couple times, especially with the Bright Powder. So I'm also a little hesitant to get rid of him. But you know what? We're going to take a look at the team. We're going to take a look at the box. I got to deposit some items anyway. Clear out the inventory. But for those of you who might not have seen it, I want to show you my pride and joy real quick of Generation 3. This is my shiny box. A couple Pokemon, no, 3 Pokemon were transferred up. Originally, I also had a shiny Abra from Leaf Green. I have a random shiny Machop, a shiny Tailo, and that's it. So I also had those 3 Pokemon, but I ended up using them in Heart Gold. But, so I've got the shiny Mareep from the Safari Zone, and I have Ninjask, a couple Nuzleafs, many Swablu's. I've got Altaria, Huntail, and there's the Blaziken. He's naughty. Isn't that plus attack? You know, I'm not gonna Google naughty nature. Hang on, Pokemon natures. Wait a minute. Don't do that. Don't Google that. Hang on. That's plus attack. That's a pretty decent nature. And these are his moves that I gave him, yeah. Brick Break, Earthquake, Flamethrower, Thunder Punch. Interesting. But then, I have my living decks. I have every single Pokemon, except for the Mythicals, on this copy of Ruby. See, that's where Mew would go. Here's all Gen 2. That's where Celebi would go if I had one. And then Gen 3. So that's something that I'm pretty proud of right there. But yeah. Yeah. I feel like Zangoose, Blaziken, and Registeel is a really solid team. Okay, you know what? I think that'll be my homework. I'm going to keep going with the team right now. And then over the coming days, I'm going to reset all of Blaziken's EVs on Emerald with all my berries that I have. And then I'll EV train him up, get him ready to go, and we'll try him out. Yeah, you agree with Motive, yeah. Altaria makes some sense. Dude, Altaria's weak, man. Now, that being said, my Altaria has Hidden Power Grass. And I think it's like between... I want to say it's like 68 power or something like that when I checked. So, Hidden Power Grass is actually pretty solid. It offers a lot of coverage, but Altaria is just so weak. It's thick, like it's tanky, but it has no damage output whatsoever. Okay. This is actually... This is a great argument for Shedinja. Pokemaniac Riley would like to battle. Keep in mind, we are at a 7-win streak. This is battle 8. And that's a Latios. This is why Shedinja is good. Because I swap into Shedinja. This thing can't hurt me. So I go for a Sword Stance. It switches into Metagross, which knows Shadow Ball. I now have a 1 out of 4 chance for it to do something that cannot hurt me. If it does not knock out Shedinja this turn, I guarantee beat myself. If it knocks out Shedinja, I have to get creative with Zangoose. Let's see. There we go. All right. Shedinja now sweeps. So this is why we're pretty happy about that. I lose to Mence, which I can Ice Beam Oko. Blaziken, which I can resist an Aerial Ace and EQ. Motive, do you really think that... Wait, are you saying... Does Blaziken learn Ice Beam? Or are you saying Zangoose? Because I don't think Zangoose ever lives a single hit from a Mence. You know what else the question could be? What if I start leading Registeel? That way, if the lead Pokemon that I'm up against can't knock out Registeel, I have a chance to get +6/+6, which would give me more survivability into the things I'm weak against. There's Latios again. Oh, Altaria. Yeah, okay. I lose to Mence, which I can Ice Beam. Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Aerial Ace, EQ, and then some setup potential. Go full physical, maybe. No, I couldn't go full physical. I would need to split with Altaria. Huh. Okay. So if we go lead Registeel, and then if something comes in like a Blaziken... What do I do against Regirock, though? Because oftentimes... So, the other thing to remember about Shedinja is that in this generation, it's the Pokemon have a random... They don't always attack you with what's strong. Although I'm starting to doubt that. I wonder if the AI gets smart after a certain win streak. Because it seems like around 50 wins they start using... Like that Salamence hit good move into good move into good move into good move. But the Blaziken didn't, actually. No, I just got unlucky. I'm just being ridiculous. But oftentimes what I do against Shedinja, or against Regirock with Shedinja, is I switch to Shed, and then it can either explode, earthquake, do something else. The only thing I have to worry about is its rock move, which is inaccurate, and I have Bright Powder. Probably don't need a lot of investment to Oko Mence with Ice Beam. Maybe just give it enough special attack to KO a Salamence, and then go the rest into physical with Dragon Dance? Go Earthquake, Aerial Ace. What moves does Altaria get? Fake Out. Fake Out crit? That wasn't even a crit. Oh my god, that Ludicolo is yoked. Maybe like Perish Song? Could use Perish Song and then maybe like switch to Registeel to try and stall things that are like a big problem. That's a great point, Motive. Yeah. Explosion would take it out on its own. And the only thing Altaria is really afraid against Regirock is that rock move, so I'm back in the same spot. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having Perish Song, eh? Nice. Earthquake, Dragon Dance, Ice Beam. Perish? Perish is 54. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Well, scrap that. What else we got? Could go like Flamethrower, maybe. Could do Flamethrower for like the Breelooms or the Heracross. Well, I have Aerial Ace, actually. There you go. That gets rid of that. Ooh, Starmie. Okay. So Starmie's actually a little spooky. However, right now, in this team, Shedinja. What about Roar? Roar could be cool. I've never really played with Roar. Let's just go for damage. That's my boy Shed. But how cool would it be to get to 100 wins with Shedinja, though? Ooh, I don't like that. A dragon move, maybe a bit of stab. Yeah, but I don't love the idea of having 2 special attacks. I kind of like the idea of only investing enough special attacks so that Ice Beam Oko's substitute could be cool. Or just Double Edge. Could give Altaria Double Edge, Earthquake, Dragon Dance, Ice Beam. Yeah. I kind of like the idea of Double Edge. Just like a big delete button after having Dragon Dance. What? I have to look at what my nature is, though, on Altaria to see if it's decent. Although, to be fair, I have a caboodle of Swablues, so I'm sure I can make it work. Alright, Duck. Well, there we go. You know what? We were talking about replacing Shedinja, and then he just went and swept. It's like when you're about to... you feel like you're going to be fired, or like, you know, someone's about to be fired, and then they start working hard. Or, more relatably, right before you go and get a haircut, you have the best hair day of your life, and you're like, maybe I should cut my hair. See, that's what I'm worried about. Endeavor. Endeavor on Altaria. Does it get Endeavor? I feel like Endeavor doesn't exist in Gen 3, does it? It does not exist. That would be cool, though. Well, it does, actually, right? Is it a specific move, though? Because I remember I used Endeavor on Swellow. Does Swellow get it? Moves learned, Gen 3, Emerald. Endeavor does exist, but Altaria does not get it. But yeah, Motive, that's something I'm a little concerned about, is like, during my playthrough, I was constantly disappointed by Altaria. Obviously, it's cool, and it's a very pretty Pokemon, and I love it. It was the first dragon Pokemon I ever had as a kid, because when I was a kid, I never got a Dragonite. It is nice watching Zangoose one-shot stuff, so I'll tell you that much. Hey, Ninjask, how you doing, bud? Get out of here. Now, okay, I'll leak a little bit of spicy sauce that I'm working up for you guys. There's another team that I am currently working on, but it will be for Emerald, and it will be for a very similar goal to try and get a 100 win streak in the Emerald Battletower. And that team will consist of the shiny Ninjask that I already have, who will go into battle. He'll set up Swords Dance, hopefully, unlikely, but the dream would be that he sets up a Swords Dance. But he'll have Endure, he'll have a Lychee Berry, and because he has Speed Boost and Protect, he'll be able to Protect, then Endure, right? Or is it Endure, then Protect? Either way, there's a certain way that you can do it, where you get +2 speed, +1 attack, then you baton pass into Marowak, who does some absurd damage. So that's why I'm hunting a shiny Marowak right now. And then in the back, to have like sort of a tank to support my 2 kind of frail, not ideal Pokemon, I'm going to have a Skarmory. So I'm going to be shiny hunting through eggs, a Skarmory, and a Marowak. The Marowak, though, is going to be a 5 IV Marowak. shiny hatched. So that'll be a cool little adventure that I'm going for. If it works, we'll find out. But I think it'll be cool. I think Marowak in general is a Pokemon that a lot of people don't think about. They don't really put a lot of respect on until you fight it in the Battle Tower and it wipes your team because it does so much damage. Seems like a cool strat. Yeah, not Nighthawk. I agree. Like, I like the idea. So, earlier today, I think it was today, maybe it was yesterday, you posted a video about how you're bringing a Slacking into the Battle Pyramid. And the way I like to kind of look at these teams is in like a traditional RPG sense. I like having a tank. I like having like a glass cannon DPS. And I like having support. So I like the idea of having Skarmory as my tank. I like my DPS as my Marowak and my support as my Ninjask. And I always like to build my teams around that because I grew up playing these MMOs, these RPGs that have that sort of, that build to them. I think you would do really well with having Aggron be like a supportive tank that you can swap into and maybe even baton pass into so he gets some buffs. I think that would be cool. Could you imagine if you had a Ninjask that Swords Danced with a speed boost into your Aggron and you just started wiping the floor with Earthquake with people? Or even like, dude, that would be cool. Even you could do that with one of your shinies that you have, like your Charizard. I think that would be cool. Donphan hits hard, but I don't think I'm that worried about it. I'm going for a dance. Once you play the factory, yeah, exactly, Motive. As soon as you get humbled by a single whack, you respect it. Thankfully, you didn't drop my defense last time, because that would have done a lot more damage, but we're okay here. Well, once again, guys, we are starting off a stream with losing a streak, and then spending the stream rebuilding the streak. I hope this isn't the worst, most boring content for you guys. I was hoping to have something a little bit more exciting, but thus is the way of the Battle Tower. It gives, and it takes. But I do appreciate you guys sticking around, chatting with me, coming up with some plans, maybe to try and make this a little bit easier. I haven't been paying attention. What win are we on now? I've been too zoned in. Number 7. Oh, sweet. Okay. Let's do it. This will be 14. I'm calling it. Oh, I hate Guillotine. I hate Guillotine. He's not going to hit a Guillotine. He's not going to hit a Guillotine. Right? Oh! 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 Ah, dude, Pinsir scares me, man. I used to play Stadium, like the original Pokemon Stadium with my brother, and I always picked Pinsir because it would drive him nuts when I would guillotine him out of nowhere. Here's the ghost. There's why we have the Rock Slide. But I do think you might be right. I think it might be better off just to put Shadow Ball on, because, like, it does more damage. I don't know. The RPG Chit Chat reminded you of the South Park episode about WoW. Yeah, and Butter talks about Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and then, like, somewhat recently, right? They made that game, which I think is just the funniest thing of all time. I know, Motive. I like to tempt fate. I like to tempt fate. Bring it on. I'm not scared. Oh shoot, I forgot to deposit my items. Yeah, I gotta put these zincs and stuff away. If you ever need to farm these vitamins, just try and get a 100 win streak. The amount of these things I've deposited is nasty. Actually, I want to check. How many vitamins do I even have in here? Oh, holy crap. That's actually a lot more than I thought. That's impressive. That's like a whole Pokemon ready to train just from this battle tower. Oh my god, 15 calciums as well. Yeah, that's not bad. I'll take that. Okay. It's a little embarrassing because when I started this journey, I had none of all of them, and you get 1 per set of 7. So that kind of puts it in perspective how long I've been trying to get this win streak. Also, look at those hours, man. 209 hours. And I guarantee you that with the amount of time I spent shiny hunting in this file, because I was doing repel trick shiny hunts, where I was using a repel, running back and forth to try and limit what Pokemon I saw, this would have been capped out. If I had saved after every shiny hunting session, I would have capped out my hours. But I didn't want to waste repels because money is so hard to get without when you only have 2 gym badges. So pretty happy with that. Yeah, I could train a couple Pokemon with that one, Nighthawk. I'm happy with those. That's pretty good. A nice little consolation prize. Do you happen to know how much about transferring Pokemon from older gens to newer gens? Double T. Double T. Do I know about transferring Pokemon from old gens into new gens? Let me tell you, buddy. In my Pokemon home, which I'm about to bring up here for you guys, hopefully you can see it, I have a very special Pokemon that is extremely important to me. It is this Sneasel right there that I hunted in Colosseum, and those there, hang on, let me lower the brightness, maybe that'll help. It's not really gonna give it to me, is it? Dang. Oh, I have an idea. I have a great idea. Oh, Riley, nicely done. I have every single ribbon on this Pokemon. What I can do is I can screenshot, I can take a picture, send it to myself in Discord, and then pull it up. Right here. So that is my Sneasel. So this ribbon right here, that's the one that you get for being a shadow Pokemon in Colosseum. And then this is every single ribbon that you can have on a Pokemon ever. Now that being said, all of the Scarlet and Violet ribbons are missing on him right now because I just had him in Sword and Shield, and I have to put him back in Scarlet and Violet to bring him through. But yeah, I have transferred many Pokemon up through the generations. So any questions, you let me know, pal. I'll hook you up. You booted up Animal Crossing New Leaf and your save file was gone. Mighty, you have had some horrendous luck with losing save files, buddy. Because you lost your first ever shiny save file, right? Dude, I'm sorry, that's brutal. Did I just get confused? Did this thing just confusion me and confuse me at the same time? There's no way, right? I misread that. Okay. Well, that's it. We're going into Registeel for this one. Oh, Jose, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream once again. Am I about to get swept by a Soul Rock? Am I about to get swept by a Soul Rock? Dude. There's no way, right? Please don't confuse me. Okay. All right. I'm gonna throw a Toxic. I feel a little bit more secure. Oh my god. 6 months down the drain. I'm sorry, Mighty. Oh, you'd have no luck at all if it wasn't for your bad luck. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, Motive. That I've been grinding this game, man. This is something that I've been going for a while now. So Trying to learn what games are compatible with home. So the only games that are compatible with home to get Pokemon in and out are the Switch games. So like Sword and Shield, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Legends Arceus, and Scarlet Violet, and eventually ZA. All of those games you can freely switch Pokemon in and out of them. Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, you can only transfer Pokemon in. Why did I toxic again? I'm not paying attention. It's fine. You can only transfer Pokemon into home from Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. Gen 7, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and Gen 6, X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, can integrate into Pokemon Bank on the 3DS, which can allow you to transfer from the bank to home. Dude, this Solrock is kicking my butt. This is insane. You're lacking the 3DS with Pokemon Bank. Jose, there is, from what I understand, I don't have any experience with it myself, so I can't send you links or anything, but a friend of mine found a way to download a legacy version of Pokemon Home onto his 3DS that is jailbroken, and he was also able to get the Poke Transporter, which is what allows you to bring Pokemon from Generation 5 into Gen 6. He was able to get both of those on a 3DS that was purchased after the 3DS network got shut down. So it is possible. I also just realized that Solrock was the first Pokemon that this trainer had. And I'm getting Focus Punched. Holy crap. Okay, we are up against it here, guys. I'm glad you guys like my Sneasel, yeah. So that Sneasel was hunted on the copy of Pokemon Coliseum that I got right up there. And I hunted him. It took me 7,586 encounters. But the issue with Coliseum, Twisted Motive can tell you this about it, but, oh, dude, I lost. The issue with Coliseum is that the resets take forever. Like, you can't save in front of the Pokemon. You have to save at a save point and then run all the way to the trainer and then catch the Pokemon. So the resets can take a while. Like, for Sneasel, it was about a 5-minute encounter, so it took time. But yeah, it's really sweet. Okay, maybe Ren can pull this together. You can see the headline, Weird Shaped Rock. Dude, I can't believe how much damage that thing was doing to me. I might be in a little bit of trouble if this doesn't OHKO. Alright, we're safe. That was close, guys. That was really close. Alright, Motive, take care, buddy. I always appreciate you hanging out. I'm likely going to be messaging you on Discord about some things. I kind of want to continue brainstorming what we can do with this team, but I'll chat with you tomorrow, pal. You have yourself a good night, and I'll see you when I'm looking at you. This is why we need the Switch ports. Yeah, that's a good point, Rich, because Pokemon Home is not always going to be compatible with Pokemon Bank. They straight up said they're going to be nerfing it at some point. So if you have Pokemon that are important to you that you have stuck in the earlier gens and you want to play with them in the new games, you're going to have to send them up. And I'm honestly a little concerned because I just caught a shiny Mareep in the Safari Zone this year, and I think it would be really cool to have that shiny Mareep up in ZA so that I can Mega Evolve and have a Mega Ampharos that I caught in the Safari Zone all the way back in Gen 3, right? I think that would be pretty cool. So I'm going to try and hopefully get all the ribbons on that Ampharos before Bank shuts down, but we'll see. I'm not super concerned about it because I'd also like to make a video out of the adventure and do like a Ribbon Master Challenge video. I think that would be pretty cool. So, yeah. Oh, Nighthawk, you're heading out too, brother. Same thing. I'm gonna check out that that document you sent me. I'm sure we'll be good. You and I will figure something out. We'll schedule a time and we'll knock it out of the park, buddy. Have yourself a good night. And once again, I really appreciate all the support from both you and Motive. You guys are I hold you in such a high echelon, so it's really cool to be among friends here. Take care, guys. This is worse than the time that a Solrock kicked my butt. I've never had issues with a Solrock before. I can't believe how much damage that thing was doing to Regirock. That was impressive, and he wasn't even critting me. He was just hitting me hard. Okay, Kadabra's easy. He's a free one-shot. That's pretty good. Yeah, Double T, if you look into it... Is that allowed? This guy just had Kadabra and Alakazam on the same team. Is that allowed? Whoa, 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 whoa. I think we just learned that there's no species clause in Ruby and Sapphire Battletower. That's cool. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. Very unique. All right, Zam. Yeah, dude, if this guy's got an Abra with, like, all three of the elemental punches, bring it on. Okay. I think I'm going to go for one Amnesia first. Yeah, I feel safer now. Yeah, Mighty, of course, pal. You and I we were hanging out in Discord having a nice chat while we were doing some shiny hunting for Safari Week. Everyone that I see, all these regulars that are around in these communities are pals, right? Just because we aren't hanging out all the time and we don't get to see each other doesn't mean anything. We're all pals. We're all friends. Absolutely, man. You take care of yourself as well, Mighty. Have yourself a good night. And I'm sure I will see you probably in Charlie's stream tomorrow. So, stay fresh, cheese bag. My shiny hunting dedication. You know what's interesting about that? The first Pokemon I ever actually truly shiny hunted. Not my first shiny, because I got a couple random ones when I was playing through Gen 7. But my first shiny that I ever hunted was that Sneasel in Colosseum. I don't know what drove me to make that my first one, but yeah, it was the first one I ever went for. And I think because that was my first shiny hunt, it sort of tempered my expectations, and it gave me a lot more patience and appreciation for the grinds, for the hunts. Because it is a tough one, I'm not gonna lie. Any Colosseum hunt, it's tough. And I'm really looking forward to when it comes out for the Switch too, because I think a lot of shiny hunters are gonna feel that reward, that genuine grind that we haven't seen in Pokemon games for a long time. Like Scarlet and Violet shinies, if you don't get one in 30 minutes, you're feeling like you've been given the wrong end of a bargain. Whereas if you got a 30-minute shiny in Colosseum, you need to go buy a lottery ticket, because that's absurd. Yeah, Jose, that's right. That's exactly right. A lot of the folks that are struggling with the time and it's a bit later, they're going to be over in Europe, because I'm about as far east coast as it gets, and it's like there's still sun outside. So we've got a worldwide collection of folks here. I'm pretty much set up against this thing, right? I'm just going to go for Seismic Toss. Probably got 1 or 2 more rounds left tonight. I'll probably be heading off here in about 20 minutes or so. I like to do at least a nice 2-hour stream. Oh, nice damage. This is why I love Registeel. He's such a beast. Oh, what do I get? What ability did he give me? Oh, I can't even check. What ability does Starmie have? Because that's cool. I wonder what ability that is. Skill swap. He gave me Illuminate. Number 4. So that is current streak. It should be 17, right? Current streak 1-7. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll try and get to 28 tonight. I think 28's a good stopping point, and then I don't love the idea of doing Battle Tower grinding off stream. I like to try and keep it all together. That way, there's no question of legitimacy. But I mean, you guys have seen me. I'm willing to do this. So I think I might try and get up to like 42 or 49-ish. Like, I never want to go above 50 because that's when it really gets fun. But I think I might get a little bit higher and for next stream. So... Dude, Gyarados could actually one-shot Zangoose if I'm not careful here, right? I think I'm just going to go for a return. If it does take me out, Shedinja can clean up. For sure. You like the Registeel set, Jose? Same here, man. Registeel's a beast. Ooh, yeah, that probably... Oh my god, I lived a Hyper Beam from a Gyarados. That's very rare. Okay, nice. This should be a clean sweep. Yeah, Rich, that's right. You're over in the EU as well, buddy, so it's getting late for you. Don't feel like you guys got to stick around if it's late. I get it. My stream time isn't ideal. That said, Saturday this week, I'll be streaming again, and I'm going to set my stream for hopefully an hour and a half earlier. So it will be... What is that? 2:30 Eastern Standard Time? 2:30 Eastern Standard Time to 5 o'clock Eastern Standard. So it will end when I started today. So you guys should have a bit more of a more ubiquitous time for everybody. Who's this? Is this me again? No, okay. Dude, what's with these Gardevoirs? I do love looking at that Zangoose though, eh? I love that Zangoose. Don't kill me. Alright, I guess we're listening to the low health alarm again. That is one quality of life I seriously appreciate about the newer games, is that they don't just spam you and Mawile. We haven't seen a Mawile yet tonight. They don't spam you with the low health noise over and over and over again, which is nice. Two Intimidate Pokemon in a row. Okay, you know what? I know this thing can't hurt Shedinja. So Eastern Standard Time, Jose, I will be going live at 3:30. And I will probably... I will be going live at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I will likely stream a little bit longer on Saturday. Maybe closer to a 3.5 to 4 hour stream. Just because I don't really have much going on. I'm going to be playing golf in the morning with my golf set back there. And then after I'm done golf, I'll come home, have a nice cleanup, and then be ready to play some games. And who knows, we might even see Blaziken make an appearance. We might see Blaziken come out, which would be cool. Hey, it's your belated wedding party. That's awesome, Rich. Hey, no worries at all, buddy. You got some real life action. That's congratulations. Married in December. That's awesome. Congrats, man. I'm really happy for you. And yes, my regular stream days are going to be Tuesdays and Saturdays. Those are kind of the days that I have set aside right now. Depending on how things go, maybe I'll be able to weave in a Friday every now and again, but more than likely it's going to be Tuesdays and Saturdays. And I do have other content on the way. So these shiny Pokemon that I'm using are part of my Ruby Dream Team quest. And I recorded every gym fight, every rival fight, every shiny encounter. I have everything recorded, so eventually it will be turned into a nice long, probably hour to 2 hour video. I'd like to include some of this stuff of me going into the Battle Tower as well, but that's going to be far in the future. That's something that I've been scripting and working on for a while now. So that's something to look forward to, though. There's going to be a few videos coming. That was a great crit on Walrein. Walrein's tanky. I was surprised I did that much. I appreciate it, Jose. It's really nice to see you guys coming back. Like, I don't know, like the fact that I have regulars, right? Like I've got some crew that I get to see and I get to catch up with and see how they're doing, how they're feeling, what's going on. It's really nice. All right, Starmie, you're going down here, pal. You stop the wedding pictures, and what you do, Rich, is you just sneak a picture, like one frame of the shiny goose, and then you skip past it and just don't say anything. Just act like you didn't see anything. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Zangoose, what's that? That's how you do it. Okay, so we'll finish up this round, and then I think I'll do one more round after this. I think I'll just finish up this last one and then do one more, because that will be... This should be 21, right? That'll get us to 28, which I'm pretty happy with. I'm happy with a 28 streak to call it. Ooh, I can move this up slightly as well, right? And then a little bit like that, and then up. Aha, I like that a little more. Doo-doo. Can't believe I lived that. And now we get to listen to this music again. Giraffe rig, goodbye. And who's your last one? This might not kill. I don't know. I don't think +2 return takes out Donphan. Oh, it does with a crit. It does with a crit. Very nice. All right. That's another streak. What do I get? Another Carbos. That is 21, right? I'm not missing something? Yeah, okay. All right, let's do one more. I'm going to turn the battle animations back on. And then we'll call it a night there. I just love watching Ren, man. I love seeing the shiny goose. It brings me joy every time. I don't think I'll ever get tired of seeing that thing. All right. You know what? It's a little painful to think that 2 streams in a row now, we started off doing well, like at a high streak, and then got wiped out by a Blaziken. But we do get to see this. We get to see the real goose versus the fake goose here. Ooh, Thunderbolt. Ooh. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. I got crit. I got parried. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have talked smack. Aw, crud. Do I live this? I do. Yes. Yes, I am the real goose. I'm the real goose, not you. Dude, I gotta stop tempting fate. I gotta stop doing that. But it's so fun. Alright. I guess it's a Registeel sweep now. Earthquake! Earthquake on Giraffe Rig. Why does everything get Earthquake? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Alright, let's go for a defense. Yeah, I gotta stop playing this game with Fate, man. I always tease it and trick it and screw with it. It feels scripted sometimes. Like, anytime I say something, it happens. It drives me nuts. Okay, as long as I hit this Toxic, we'll be alright. Come on. Don't dodge. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Yeah, Rich, exactly. Like, I spent so long hunting this thing. Dude, it has Crunch as well. So I can't even bring in Shedinja. I need to hit a Toxic. Come on. Don't let me lose to a Giraffe. This is so embarrassing, Oxide. You're letting me down, man. Not in front of all my friends. Thank you. If this thing has Lumberry, I'm going home. Good. Good. Okay. Oh, why does everything get Earthquake? Everything gets Earthquake. Back to the defense. Now, unless this crits, I should be fine. Huge. Huge. Big plays today. Okay. That's +6 defense. The question is, do I go for a seismic toss? Because then that will cut the turns this thing has left in by 1, right? If I hit this next toss, this thing's done for. I'm just gonna go for it and hope. It gives me less chances to get crit. Come on! Please hit! No! Aw, dude! Oxide, what are you doing, man? Okay, that's huge. As long as I don't flinch, I should be okay. Please. Yes! Oh, Oxide. I love the name Oxide for this guy. I think it really matches him. I'm happy about it. His performance, not always. But I like the name. Dude, why am I getting pressured by Soul Rock and Giraffe Rig? Cacturn. Cacturn, I... Wait a minute, doesn't Cacturn get Earthquake? That's not too bad. I can take that, for sure. Why? Why is everything critting me? What did I do? Who did I tick off? Okay, it's fine. This is completely fine. Please. Please. Oh, boy. I don't think one more toss does it now. I think the Ingrain's going to heal it out of range. I think I need 2. Dude, it has Ingrain and it has leftovers. Do I just go for a Toxic? Nah. Leave him alone. I woke up from a sleep fight in an endless battle tower. I mean, when you put it that way, I kind of deserve it. But he's shiny. Like, look at how important he is. It took me 48 minutes to catch this guy, by the way, because I caught him in a netball. Yeah, it was a tough catch. But I think the color looks really good. The netball in Gen 3 is like teal, so it really looks good, and it matches his color pattern. There we go. Oh my god, we got out of it. 1 in every 3 Reggies has performance issues. I can't believe you would say that about my man. I'll have you know, he is hard as steel. That's terrible. I shouldn't have said that. I don't like that. Didn't Mighty mention he would struggle against Soul Rock? Yeah, Mighty kind of cursed me on that one. Yeah, he did that one to me, Double T. Thankfully, we made it through, but that could have been bad. Okay. We're back. We got the powerhouse. Rend is here. We're dancing with swords. I'm going to hit for... What does return do? What is return's damage? Let's do a little bit of math here. So it's base 102 times 1.5 for stab times 1.25 for silk scarf times 2 for sword stance. That's a lot of damage. There we go. With a crit as well. That's a little overkill, but I'll take it. Manectric! Manectric is not a problem as long as I don't get staticked. Like, his ability static, if it doesn't paralyze me, I am completely fine. Linoon is your wife's favorite Pokemon. Sorry, man. That Linoon got sent to outer space. Giraffe. Go away, giraffe. Nice. Okay. Let me update my current streak here. Is that 3 wins now? That's 2. Okay. 23. Oops. There we go. Oh, look, another goose. You know what else I would really like to see is a shiny in the battle tower. I would, hopefully, it's unlikely, unless it takes me forever, but I would love to see a shiny enemy in the Ruby Battletower before I get my 100 win streak. I think that would be really cool. Holy crap. Rend is just holding on. He's 2-0 against these Zangooses, but they have not made it easy. These fake Zangooses have not made it easy on our boy here. What do you got? What is going on? If this guy has a soul rock, I'm calling my parents. Don't do it. Thank you. That might be the first Swallow we've seen in a while. I feel like I haven't seen Swallow in the Battle Tower in a while. Yeah, he was returned. Yeah, he was returned to sender immediately. A shiny would just be so cool. They're very, very rare, obviously. 1 in 80, 192. And you fight 3 Pokemon. So 3 times 7. So you see 21 Pokemon per round. So how many rounds is that on average? Oh, 390. There's a great chance that I see a shiny before I get a 100 win streak. Because I've definitely already fought. You know what? I think it tells me on my... Hey, it's Vigo. I think it tells me on my trainer card how many Battle Tower wins I have. So we might be able to figure out how much, how many we have. Yeah, the Zangoose. The Zangooses. Oh man, I don't want to think about that. Zangoose. It would have to be a whole team of shinies, double T. That would be astronomical. I think that would be a world first. I don't think there's ever been multiple shinies on one team. Okay, Machamp is a little scary, so we are starting to see some spooky Pokemon. So the reason Machamp is scary is obviously he's a fighting type Pokemon, so he's super effective into both Zangoose and Registeel. But almost every Machamp runs either Rock Slide or Rock Tomb, so he can one-shot Shedinja. My play against Machamp is hit return, hope it's enough damage. That way I can clean up with whatever I have in the back. If I get lucky, there are some sets that I can one-shot. And that was one of them. Okay, that one had no bulk. We'll take it. Matang. Weird to see Matang. Pretty bulky, though. Alright, well, thanks for coming out, Matang. Nice Shadow Ball, buddy. Okay, current streak is moving up. Move it up, on, move it. It's 24, right? No, it's 20. It's got to be 25. I feel like I skipped one. This is Fit Bot? Yeah, okay, there we go. This is ridiculous. It's Night of the Living Giraffe over here. What's it gonna do to me? What a surprise. It has Earthquake. That's not too bad. Okay. Clean damage. Hello? I feel like I'm in the Matrix. What's that line that the guy from Far Cry 3 said? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something to change. Maybe it will, one day. Maybe I won't lose to Blaziken Elements. Nice. Okay. 2 more? Battle 6, Battle 7, right? Yep, here we go. Another Linoon. Who could imagine? You're not going to believe what this guy has in the back. It's Girafarig. It's Zangoose. Oh, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Linoon. And goodbye. Okay. Huge damage. Wow. I am impressed that Zangoose is one-shotting a wall rain. A Dust Skull. You don't see too many Dust Flops is pretty common, but I guess I'm at that threshold where I'm still fighting. Ooh, I don't like that. Do I just go for it? I'm just gonna go for it. I also think it might be smart to swap out Rock Slide for Shadow Ball on Zangoose. Might make sense. Like, what flying Pokemon do I deal with that Return doesn't do more damage to? None, right? I think Return just always does more damage. Yeah. Tough battle. Let's do it, buddy. So this will be it. This will be the final battle of the night, folks. And we got a Ninetales. Ninetales can be spooky. If it overheats me, it might actually take out Rend. But it will be at -2, so then I feel a little bit safer sending out Registeel, so I am going to go for the Sword Stance. If I don't get hit by overheat here, I should be fine. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Nothing. Should be able to sweep. Yep. Focus Punch. Brave. Very brave. Alright. Last Pokemon of the night, folks. What is it? It's an Absol. Everyone say goodbye to Absol. Bye-bye. Thanks for hanging out, Absol. This guy blogs Pokemon, if you didn't know. Alright, there we go. We're back up to 28 wins. Not exactly where I would have liked to be tonight. I would have loved to have reached like 60 or 70. But them is the breaks, kid. Well, there it is. That's a nice 28 win streak, fellas. With that, I am going to call it here at a... Oh, look at the clean 210 hours in the Ruby. But yeah. I appreciate everybody coming out once again. It's so good to see the regulars swinging by, starting to build a community. If you'd like to see more and you haven't already, throw me a like, throw me a sub. I will be live once again on Saturday. It's going to be at 2:30, between 2:30 and 3 Eastern Standard Time, and it'll be a bit of a longer stream because I'm going to try and push. I'm really going to try and push for a high win streak. I'd like to get a stream best here, so... Take care, folks. I will see you soon, and I hope you have a wonderful night and a great rest of your week. Stay cool out there in that very hot, sunny day. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time.